Hey yo, what's good my G's? It's your boy Snow, Ignorant Gamers in the house, bringing you some quick news. And if you're wondering what's on the screen versus the title, what's on the screen that you're watching is a very fun game that I like called Vanquish, published by Sega, done by Platinum Games. And if you know who Platinum Games are, you know that they bring the ruckus. So I'm talking about Titanfall, the next up and coming shooter being published by EA, Respawn Entertainment. There's been a lot of talk about this game. One of the first things about this game is, you know, Respawn Entertainment was the original team behind Call of Duty, the original Infinity Ward team. Then the next headline was, you know, these guys are putting out a shooter under EA, and then the next headline was, these guys are only putting out for Xbox One because only the Xbox One could handle the power of Titanfall through the cloud, blah 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 blah. To then later find out that it was coming out for Xbox 360 and the PC. So we're gonna dub your cloud argument right there, but we're not gonna get into that. Titanfall, guys were bitching and complaining about 6 versus 6. No one has played the game, but everyone was beefing about 6 versus 6. Now, on paper, it does sound weird that a game today's age is 6 versus 6. You know, when we have massive games like, you know, Battlefield, which is 24 versus 24, or is it 32 versus 32? Yeah, I think it's 32 versus 32. And you know, the next generation always meant to people, which is not a good thing or a bad thing, bigger and better, because you have more power. And in some retrospect, where it makes sense, it makes sense. So the first part of this news item that I want to cover is, well, actually also the alpha testing has begun, and I'm gonna give you my reactions on that. I was invited to the alpha. I do not own an Xbox One, and I also saw the email late, so I couldn't pass it off to somebody from the team. But the 6 versus 6 thing, it's only going to be 6 human players versus 6 human players, but the rooms are actually going to be like 48 total. And here's how that works. If there's 6 players to a team, there is possible 6 Titans that could be called. Because you call a Titan doesn't mean you have to be in the Titan. So essentially you can earn whatever points or whatever it is to get your Titans up, and they can run on autopilot. They could follow you, they could defend, or however the case may be. So if there's 6 players with 6 Titans, that's already 12 players on one side. What everyone else is also beefing about was the bots. 12 bots per team. So already you're looking at 24 versus 24, and that total is 28 players. Now, I mean, sorry, 48 players. My math is off today. So now that's 48. That's a little bit less than Battlefield. So you might be saying, well, the bots is bots. What's up with the bots? I mean, think about it for a second. Do you really want to have 12 versus 12 with 12 times 2 Titans running around on a map that's not the size of a Battlefield map? Because you still got to make the action fun. You still have to make the action in a way where it's like people can still, you know, do their things for the gun-on-gun game, and then you still gotta have areas where the mechs, or the Titans rather, can have their fight. This is not like Hawken or Virtual On or, you know, Armored Core, where the maps are large and open in an arena. You know, you have to balance these things out. And, you know, in early stages of the game, Respawn said, yo, we've tried, you know, 2 mechs, we've tried 12, we tried 24, we tried 48, and they said the most fun, which at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to, was 6 versus 6 mechs, which means 6 versus 6 players, human players. Now, speaking of the alpha, and this is going to go in direct, it's going to be in correlation with what I just said with the 6 versus 6 thing. I've watched 12 full matches of what they call hardpoint Titanfall matches, all on the same map. And of these clips that I've watched at least all of them 2 times per. Even there's this one footage I saw that was off screen, so he didn't capture it with a capture card. He actually had a very good camera. I don't know what it was, that caught the frame rate and was able to show me the frame rate. Now, I have to say, graphically, this game looks amazing. And for those of you guys who don't know, I own a PlayStation 4. Ramon owns the Xbox One. This game looks amazing on that console. You can tell the Call of Duty influence because these are the Call of Duty creators, and their formula is right. There's nothing wrong with that formula. The problem was there was nothing fresh. They stopped innovating in a way that, you know, and they annualized. Actually, not even stop innovation. Let me be real. It's just that it's annualized. Call of Duty killed Call of Duty. Nothing's killed Call of Duty but Call of Duty. Period. And Titanfall is a fresh game. You know, of course we have mech games, and of course we have other gun-on-gun games, but this is a fresh game. I've seen the flow of the traffic. I've seen the way the maps work. I've seen, you know, the little perks for jumping and or free basing or free running. You know, I've seen and heard the sounds are amazing. You know, the Titanfall combat versus the people on the floor works exactly as you expected. You know, I've seen, you know, the mini map, how it reacts, and there's these little things that I want to get into that I think will be very helpful for more strategic players and tactical players that help you, you know, pinpoint and assist your things. But I want to talk about the mechs, the Titanfalls for a little bit. I thought it was very interesting to see the autopilot and to see when you call it down, that little sound that it makes to let you know that your Titanfall has dropped. I also like the ability of being able to jump onto the onto the Titan and whip its ass if it's an enemy Titan. And I've seen ground enemies kill Titans. And the game looks, from the footage that I've seen, it looks balanced. It doesn't look overwhelming. It looks exciting. The game just looks like what you expect it to look if someone was selling you a dope ass game. Now, someone, you know, mentioned, you know, no campaign on it, and you know, that might hurt. It's hard to advertise a game for a campaign. I don't think so. I think that's just a bunch of internet nerds. It's just fussing and trolling. Not even internet nerds, just internet trollers. Just they find whatever they can. Like, I saw a comment on one of these Titanfall videos that said the game looked like it belongs in the Wii U, and then he wrote a paragraph about why it looks like shit, and I'm just sitting there like, dude, shut the fuck up, because this game does not look like shit. And matter of fact, I'm not even gonna speak nothing else on it. Now, on to the bots. I think the bots play a pivotal role for the 6 versus 6. So you got 12 bots that you can shoot on the other team. With that said, in some clips, they don't really seem like they were handling their business. I'd say if he was playing a campaign, if there's one major killer on the screen and then he had some henchmen with him, you know, you can knock out the henchmen and get some quick points. I think that's what it's like. It feels like that. And I think when you kill them, they don't show up on a kill feed. They show up on your regular feed up the middle, and it's like you get points for them. You know, it's like 30 points per whatever. So I think what this does, it allows, you know, players who may not be that awesome, you know, at a KD sense, to be able to kill these characters, to kill these grunts, or what was the other name? They call them specters, which means ghosts, by the way. To kill these bots and to be able to call their own Titan, you know, and it makes it fun, and it makes it fun for everybody. Now, who's to say that the Titan on autopilot might be a monster? I don't know. I can't speak on that. I'm not playing a game. They haven't spoken about it. Maybe that's the cloud thing, that so-called cloud thing that they need to run, kind of like Forza 5's Drivatar, which to me right now is the only thing validating the cloud, and I still don't want to give it that much props for that. But I'm gonna run with it until I see another game do it without the so-called cloud. And you know, that's the kind of stuff that will get people to jump in and buy in, and the fact that this is locked over to an Xbox One, or let's just say an Xbox ecosystem, those people who have not made a decision on to buy a PS4 or a Xbox One, if you're into shooters, you probably already playing Call of Duty, you're probably already playing Battlefield on your current system. you're not gonna upgrade just to play those. Well, here's a good reason to here's another good reason to make a jump to Xbox One. PlayStation 4 has their own little offering, but if you're a shooter fan, you can't ignore Titanfall. I will be very interested in seeing how this game runs on, you know, on the current Xbox 360. I'm very curious. I don't have a One. I'll probably end up renting that just to see it. If I was going to purchase the game and be fully involved, you know, I would probably put it on my PC. I do have a PC that's capable of running Battlefield 4 at very high quality, so you know, it's not like I'm cutting myself short to go do that. But how many people like me has a monstrous ass PC in the house that they don't use for gaming? So you know, they will, or has the know-how to even put that. You know, if someone was to try to build my PC right now, they probably can get it close, but the thing is, do you know how to put it together yourself? So you know, Titanfall is looking pretty good. If this was like a 10-minute, if there was a 10-minute gameplay trailer, which is so popular right now, that's the new gaming trend. Shut up with your movies, show me your gameplay as a trailer. You know, the very first clip I saw, you know, that guy would have, his footage alone would have made me go down and pre-order this game and start harassing somebody, like a girlfriend or something, to be like, yo, listen, I'm gonna need you to drop something on my Xbox One, B. Like, really, tell me what you gotta do. Like this right now, if someone who might be thinking like, yo, what they gonna do for Valentine's Day to get their girlfriend to get them Xbox One. But on that note, I think I'm gonna cut it short. If you guys want to see more footage of this Vanquish games, I tell you, it's crazy. It looks great. It's a fantastic game. If you can catch it out there, it's worth a buy. It's action. Don't worry about the story. I can't tell you what the story is about because the game is just fun to play. But other than that, if you guys have seen the Titanfall stuff, let me know. If you played it, don't say anything in the comments. I don't want your account to be banned or anything. I know how some people are about that. You can wait till, you know, they lift the embargo, and then you can just come back and comment on this video. But again, from what I've seen, the footage that I've seen that's out there on the internet somewhere, I'm not going to tell you where, it looks really, really good. The only thing that pisses me off about the game is the fact that it locked out PlayStation 4 for the Titanfall 1. The whole series isn't locked out, which I'm calling it early. This game is going to get a part 2. Period. So anyway, leave your comments, thoughts, you know. Check us out on, obviously, YouTube, Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, ignorantgamers.com. We everywhere, even in places where I didn't mention. Just check out for us. So also be sure to head over to the Forza 5 series and the Give Me Drive Club series. There's more videos being secretly loaded into those playlists that we're not putting out there yet, but those who are interested in it, you know, be sure to check it out. And you know, we'll holler at you later. There's going to be more Ask the Gamers videos coming out soon. We're still populating questions and figuring out when we're going to get into the studio to knock that one off. Alright, so I'm your boy Snow, Ignorant Gamers, and I'm out.